One of the more reliable Twitter accounts, Toom Apisak, has leaked what appears to be the 3D Mark time spy score of the upcoming NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 benchmarks, and it's pretty impressive, beating out a GTX 1080 Ti. And Cyberpunk 2077 has a little secret for those upgrading. Now, before we go any further, both of these topics need to be filed heavily under the rumor category, as we do not know if the test was done using final drivers, which in Turing's case could make a world of difference, and the run is most certainly not utilizing tensor cores, which constitute about 1/3 of the die space. And in the case of Cyberpunk 2077, well, they pretty much said no comment. The RTX 2080 manages to score more than 10,000 points in the 3D Mark Time Spy benchmark. Now that's in the graphics performance, not overall, so that is really impressive. To put this into perspective, the GTX 1080 Ti achieves 9,508 points in the same test, while the GTX 1080 achieves a mere 7,325 points, which is pretty much in line with the competing RX Vega 64. This means the RTX 2080 is 37% faster than the GTX 1080 and the Vega 64, while only being 6% more than the GTX 1080 Ti, at conventional shading performance, mind you. Also, can we talk about the clock speeds? This appears to be a standard variant of the RTX 2080, and it's clocked at 2025 MHz. This is much faster than the GTX 1080, and if this is true, then we're looking at quite a performance boost. The Turing SMs also showcase their improved design here. Based on the core count increase and clock speed increase, you should theoretically only get around a 13 to 17% uplift. Now on to more important news. CD Projekt Red finally showed a full 48-minute long live stream demo of Cyberpunk 2077. Needless to say, many were left with jaws on the floor the entire time. But the real juicy parts for hardware enthusiasts came later, thanks to a leak over on Reddit, claiming that Cyberpunk 2077 will be supporting NVIDIA ray tracing along with Hairworks. Cyberpunk's account did reply to questions regarding NVIDIA RTX by stating that it was beautiful, and while they were excited about it, they had no details to share at this moment. But then again, they said they showed the game when they were ready, and they waited like a few days after Gamescom, but yeah, it is what it is. Now this wouldn't be the first time that CD Projekt Red has embraced new NVIDIA technology. The Witcher 3 came out swinging locks of silvery hair with Hairworks when it launched. Sure, there was a massive stink about its performance impact, but it didn't take long for things to get in order and for everyone to really enjoy the game, and has since gone on to be one of the most appreciated PC games in recent history. So we'd love to hear your thoughts on the raw rasterization performance that the RTX 2080 is already showing, and your feelings on these new technologies possibly being integrated in what is likely the most anticipated PC game for the coming years. To dig in a little deeper on these topics, as well as to see a lot more, head over to the links down in the description below. This has been Keith with WCCF Tech TV. Make sure you're subscribed so we don't miss you in the next one.